Hello and a big welcome to day 18 of the magic. Now, first of all, if you're still on this journey, a big congratulations to you, because it does take commitment to do this every single day. And with the whole essence of the book, by missing a day, you go back 3 days. Give yourself a big pat on the back, because to get to day 18 is an achievement. And if you haven't started to notice the benefits of the magic yet, I'd be surprised, because I do think by the time you get to this point in the book, you really are starting to notice it. And I've been looking at lots of your comments on Facebook, on the SoulSync Facebook page, and some of you have managed to get to day 15, then taken a couple of day breaks. Some of you are absolutely cruising through, and it's been great to see your stories. But I feel very proud of myself to be on day 18, and we've only got 10 days left now, and I'm excited to get the next 10 days out of the way whilst embracing them at the same time, because as soon as the magic is finished, I have got some amazing interviews for you and speakers from all warps of spirituality, and there is some absolutely mind-blowing interviews coming up. So we're on day 18, it's the magical to-do list day, and this chapter, when I started reading it, it got me thinking a bit, because it says every day there are little life problems that come up and need solving. And as a person, I have struggled with anxiety all my life, particularly after I left the police. Anxiety really started to become a feature in my life, and it's been there ever since, really, even though I've had psychosis as well. But I'll talk about that, because I'm going to talk about that in a whole episode very soon, because I think I really want to raise awareness of psychosis. But what I tend to find with myself is sometimes I get thrown these big life challenges which are really hard, but I seem to be able to take those really in my stride. And when I'm kind of faced with these big challenges and the pressure really is on, and there's been lots of those moments over recent years, things like the pandemic, when I have a recruitment agency and then the pandemic hit and obviously everybody stopped recruiting. But I seem to take that in my stride. But what I do tend to get tripped up by is little day-to-day life problems. And I tend to find that I get really anxious about tiny little day-to-day issues, I would describe them as. And they're silly things, really. And I sometimes wonder to myself, why am I allowing myself to get caught up in anxiety? And sometimes there's been moments, and it's something that I'm always battling with anxiety. Sometimes I find that my thoughts just get the better of me, and sometimes I struggle to shut my brain up. It can be very difficult, but you know, I've got lots of coping techniques. But what this day really kind of brought to the surface is the power of gratitude in really solving a lot of these things. Because sometimes when I get these silly little things coming into my mind, these anxieties, they'll whir round and round and round and round and round. And actually, by just putting them down on paper and using gratitude, I think there is a lot to be said for that. I have done this practice, day 18, many times when I've had problems, and actually I've had great results with it. There's been some really challenging situations that I've had in recent years where I've applied this very practice. To be honest, I'd actually forgotten about the practice, and I wasn't doing it as per the magic says, but I was doing it in a very similar way, and I've had great results with it. So it's really got me thinking that actually putting out gratitude to get life problems or life situations sorted is such a great thing to do, because the universe honestly does have a funny way of sorting these things out. And even over the last few days, the amount of synchronicities and things that have just kind of landed in front of me, or in front of friends who are doing the magic, or even in front of my boyfriend, has just been absolutely crazy. Do continue to let me know how you're getting on. I hope all of your journeys on the magic are going really well, and some of you, I'm sure, have got even less than 10 days left, because you're sort of zooming in front. How are we marking the end of the 28 days of the magic? Now, if you haven't seen on the SoulSync Facebook group yet, we're going to be hosting, myself and the medium Sarah Devil, who's been on the show, we're going to be hosting a Zoom call on the 1st of March at 6 p.m. England time. And we're going to be bringing all of you on to share your experiences of the magic, and for us to have a chat about it. And it was Sarah's idea, and I thought it was such a wonderful thing to do to actually mark the end of these 28 days. So the details are on the Facebook group. Do come along if you're free. It'll be lovely to see so many of you on the call and to find out how you've got on and what you intend to do with the magic moving forward. The most exciting bit is we're actually going to be using some of the content from the Zoom call and releasing it as an episode of the Soul Sync. Now, it's going to be a bit of an experiment. I've never done this before, but I think I'd love to get some of you on the show talking about how it's gone. Anyway, this is day 18. We're on the final 10 days. I'll see you tomorrow.